So SPY just had a massive red day, and the gap that I was expecting to fill from 470 has officially filled. The put options that expired today were up 1,000 to 2,500%. The put options that expired this Friday are currently up 400 to 750% on the day. Congratulations to those of you who took advantage of the analysis that I had sent out yesterday within that video lesson, simply stating to buy puts towards pre-market highs at market open on the spike. Everyone had that opportunity. And congrats to those of you who, within Trader Society were self-sufficient today. I noticed a lot of you guys were very patient with your trades, and you ended up taking the extra risk and holding through the meeting past 2 p.m. And the puts absolutely printed, guys. That was truly a home run trade. And that's what I like to see. I like to see you guys, taking advantage of the momentum, of the price action analysis, of the strategies, and using that to your advantage, but making your own decisions, choosing exactly when you want to enter and then being patient and choosing when you want to exit. I saw a lot of self-sufficiency within the chat room today. A lot of you guys reached out via direct message saying you made over 200% on SPY puts. The Tesla puts were also up 200% on the day. But guys, with that being said, this is going to be a very important lesson within the overall market. We're going to be doing a price action analysis on SPY, going over when to buy the call options, when to buy the put options. We're also going to be going over some upcoming plays. We're going to be doing a price action analysis on Tesla, SOFI, RIVN, NVAX, MU, ISIG, FCEL, and Amazon. This is going to be a very important lesson, so make sure you guys stay to the end of this video, and let's get right into the price action analysis. So guys, in terms of home run plays, that was the home run play, man. A lot of people were preaching, this Santa rally, it's going to blast off to new all-time highs. But guys, those puts printed, and that was truly the home run play. So I'm going to walk you through this new updated price action analysis in terms of my views on SPY. Please do yourself a favor, go back and watch the previous two videos. They're going to give you a much better understanding on what it is that I saw in terms of this upcoming crash coming. And it's really going to give you a better understanding on how these strategies work and how to read price action. So please go back and watch the previous videos. Make sure you like this video and make sure you're subscribed to the channel for further updates. So with that being said, in terms of SPY, this is what I'm looking at. So in terms of SPY, there is this gap that has been waiting to fill right here at $467, $467.69. What you need to understand about gaps is they like to fill over time, and once they fill, they can have reversals, right? So in terms of SPY, let's see if the gap has filled. You could see right here, it has filled the gap during extended hours, right? Futures are currently up a little bit. And with that being said, as soon as it filled that gap, you could see it bottomed out and it started to have a reversal, and it's going to be attempting to gap up tomorrow. As of now, that could change, but that's what it's attempting to do right now. But as of now, what SPY is doing is it's having a gap close reversal. So what happened is this had a major overreaction. This is an overreaction for the short term being, where this went from $480 all the way down to $467 in just 2 single days, right? So this is an overreaction. So we are due for some sort of spike. Now, in terms of my overall views for the market, I still think this isn't the bottom. I think we're going to go a little bit lower. Now, here's what I want you to understand in terms of the SPY. For the micro price action, micro is kind of like short-term price action. For the micro, if the bulls continue to hold this key support level at 467.69, SPY is going to start to have a reversal like it's currently doing, and it's going to be on track to push back up all the way to here towards $473.50 to $474. That's where it's going to push up. So just to understand, if it reacts as a support level like it's going to continue to do, it's going to overall push up to right around here at like $474 towards this previous support level. If SPY reacts as a resistance level towards this 474, it's going to start to push back down within time to 467. In terms of when do bears take control of the macro side of the move. So here's what I want you to pay attention in terms of macro moves. If you see 474 react as a resistance level, you're going to want to play the puts. If you see it struggling, it's consolidating, it's pushing down towards 474 on a pop, you're going to want to play some puts. It's going to overall go back down to 467. Now, this is the key breakdown level. This is another level I want you to focus on. 467.69. If this breaks down, pushes back up, forms lower highs or pushes back up towards this 467.69, reacts as a resistance level, that is an extremely bearish signal. And from there, for the short term being, it's going to push back to 463. But from an overall macro trend, if it can crack and turn this 467.60 into a resistance level, within 1 to 2 weeks from that happening, it is most likely going to go back all the way down to here and fill this gap, which would be the best price to buy call options on SPY down here, which can realistically happen within 1 to 2 weeks from now if it turns this 467.60 into a resistance level. So that's what I want you to understand. So in terms of the potential new upcoming play that I'm potentially seeing is, I'm not interested in buying SPY calls at the moment. I think we're going to see some sort of micro, some sort of short-term bounce as an overall whole and an overall macro side of the trade, which is more of like a midterm swing trade idea, like 1 to 2 weeks potentially. I'm still bearish on the SPY, but I do think we're due for some sort of bounce. As of now, like I said, it's having a positive reaction at this level, which is very, very bullish, and it had a very, overreaction today, so it is due for some sort of spike. So what I'm going to be looking for personally is, as of now, in terms of my interest, I'm looking to see some resistance form at 474, right around that level. If I see it happen, I'm going to look to grab the puts. In terms of timing and entries, I'm really looking in terms of when I buy SPY puts, like I told you guys in the previous video, I like grabbing them when I see it react at market open on a spike towards the pre-market resistance. I literally gave it away in that video, guys. I told you guys today, in terms of SPY, grab the puts at market open when it pushes back to the pre-market highs. And that was literally the high of the day, guys. So I'm putting you guys not only in the best prices and the right opportunities, but the timing is there as well. The timing was 100% on. Please go back. You'll see the patterns. You'll see the strategies. You'll understand. You'll learn how to read charts, how to read the price action. You won't get caught up in this hype. People just throwing things around like, oh, we're going to see a Santa rally. It's like, you have to learn how to read price action. It's going to give you a much better understanding on where the price is heading. So with that being said, that's my view on SPY. I'm mainly just waiting for a potential push towards 474, 475. Reacts as a resistance, I'm interested in buying puts, right? If it doesn't, I'm on the sidelines and I'm waiting for a higher level to potentially get puts. So I'm not interested in calls right now, just looking to get puts at key resistance and has to have a very negative reaction. I think for the micro, we'll get some sort of spike. As of now, I'm on the sidelines till the key levels. And I walked you guys through the bearish and the bullish price action on that. So in terms of Tesla, I'm still extremely short biased on Tesla. With that being said, take a look. Like, guys, this is crazy, man. Take a look at those 1,100 puts. Those 1,100, where are they? 1,100 put options right here. These hit over $32 today. Look at this. I think they were at $4 at one point. Today these were literally at $4.50. They went all the way to $33. And I gave that play away in yesterday's video, guys. That was insane. Like, the potential with these, it's unbelievable. Like, what you can do with these particular option plays if you are patient with these plays. And I noticed a lot of you guys within the chat, you were self-sufficient today and you chose exactly where you want to exit it. And you were extremely patient and you took the extra risk of holding through the meeting. So congrats on that. Now, in terms of Tesla, it hit $1,073. Like I told you guys, the target was $1,072. Now we have this gap to fill right here at $1,056. So I'm bearish on Tesla. I think we're going to go back to $1,056. For the short term being, it's due for some sort of micro spike, right? With that being said, in terms of the best price, in my opinion, to buy puts would be right here. If you can grab a put towards like 1,130, right around that level, that would be an ideal level to play puts on Tesla. Ride this back down for the gap to fill below at 1,056. Once this hits 1,056 to fill this gap, that's where you're going to want to look for it to react as a support level. If you see it reacting as a support level and it's starting to bounce, you're going to want to pick up the calls and ride this back up to 1,100 plus. If you see 1,056 react as a resistance level and it starts breaking down, then overall within time, it's going to go back to 938 to fill this gap, which is the best price to buy the call options on Tesla. Within the midterm, it's probably going to go back down there. So the big plays for the midterm, the plays where it's kind of like, a guarantee, an irresistible level where it's just such a key level where you don't even need confirmation, where it's just such a good stock, That would be the key level, would be $938 to buy the calls on Tesla. And then with SPY, it would be, $455. I'm not sure why my camera just went off here, but it's whatever. I'm going to keep the video rolling. So anyways, with that being said, what I'm looking at in terms of SOFI now, with SOFI, I noticed a lot of people are interested in this stock. There was a huge volume spike a couple days ago. I think like last week, a lot of people were getting the March 18th $20 out of money strike. I believe the volume was over 20,000 on these on last week. With that being said, for this one, this is what I'm currently looking at. In terms of SOFI, as of now, it's bearish. There's a key gap fill level right here at 1447. It cracked right through, started reacting as resistance. I'm on the sidelines for this one, but this is just something I'm keeping an eye on for now. It's going to be hard to figure out where the bottom is. There is a gap to fill right here towards 1385. So if I see some support coming in towards the 1380s, I'm going to be interested in buying a short-term call on that. In terms of long-term though, I think this is going to be like a $23 stock long-term. No current position on that. Have to wait for confirmation. Rivian, I'm extremely short biased. I think within some time, we're going to get some new all-time lows, a nice pullback to around $80 a share. With that being said, the best price to play the puts would be at the resistance level right here at 101.39. If this key level cracks right here at 89.98, it's going to hit new all-time lows, crash to $80. If it reacts as a support level, it's going to bounce and start to fill this gap at 101.36. So that's what to look for in terms of Rivian stock. In terms of NVAX, I'm not in on this because there was no bullish confirmation. We did get some wicks at support. It did try to bounce multiple times off of 135 where it went to 145. However, it was forming lower highs and there was still no very bullish, strong confirmation. Plus, most stocks got slaughtered today simply because of SPY and the overall market, and Tesla was carrying SPY and Tesla fell off a cliff. So with that being said, in terms of NVAX, if you guys watched my video, not the one from yesterday, the one before that where I talked about NVAX, I had simply stated, if we see bullish confirmations at 135, I'm interested in buying. We didn't get the bullish confirmation, so I'm on the sidelines right now. And then I also told you guys, I'm waiting till $102. There's another gap to fill at 102 if 135 cracks. So as of now, this is where I stand on NVAX. I'm waiting for $102. Now say it doesn't go to $102. Then I'm interested in buying it at 135, say it pushes back to 135. I'm interested in buying it, but we have to see bullish confirmations. There's 3 steps to a trend reversal. The first step is a downtrend, which is currently doing. The second step is consolidation. We haven't seen much consolidation. We haven't seen strong, heavy support come in. Bullish candlesticks have not come in. We saw some wicks, but it's forming new lower highs, which is bearish, right? And then the third step is the bounce into the consolidation. Once it starts bouncing, once it starts trending up, once the volume is strong. So in terms of NVAX, we're still in phase 1. We're still in the downtrending phase. With that being said, just understand, in terms of overall price action, this is extremely bearish. Like, yeah, for the short term being, they might have some pops, but I just want you guys to know in terms of overall price action, we are currently on track to go to 102, which I believe would be the best level to buy NVAX, and that's my next level of interest. If it can turn 135, consolidate, hold, form some nice bullish candlesticks on the daily at 135, then I'd be interested in buying there. But it's not doing that right now, and it looks very, very bearish. You have key support right here, now resistance. It's forming lower highs, not looking good. So I'm waiting till 102. You have to trade with confirmations. You can't trade purely based off of price. In terms of purely based off of price, though, 102 would be the best level in my opinion. Now, in terms of MU, I'm extremely short biased. We had an all-time high fake out. I think this is going to be a play where you get some puts, swing this one out, and just kind of ride it back down. I think we can see something like this. I think this is where we're at, man. We're starting to get these bearish pins form like I previously did all-time highs, and then it just sells off about 2 weeks later. I think that's where we're at. For the short term, we could also see something like this where it gaps down, goes down a little bit, right? So I'm looking to potentially get some put options on MU. I'm extremely short biased on this one. I think that's going to be a great play. ISIG, this is a day trading opportunity. I think this one is going to spike in the morning tomorrow. In terms of an overall price target, my price target would be right here. There's a gap to fill on ISIG at $23. In terms of why do I think this is going to spike, there's a couple reasons. Look at the candlestick. You know, every time it forms this candlestick right here towards key support, it likes to spike higher and then it gets crushed. Forms the same candlestick, it spikes higher, gaps up higher, then it gets crushed. Same candlestick right here. And another thing I wanted to share with you guys on ISIG, this stock loves to have gap close reversals. It loves to spike and it loves to fill the gaps. And take a look at this gap that recently filled on ISIG. This is called an intraday gap. An intraday gap is a gap that was formed due to a trading halt. You could see right here, it ended up getting halted right here at 1759. And as soon as it went to 1750s and filled that gap, it bottomed out and it's been spiking ever since. It went to $22 a share, nearly filling this gap right here at $23. So my target for ISIG is $23. I think the play is going to be to buy this for the morning spike and then lock in profits towards that gap fill level. So that's what I'm looking at on ISIG. FCEL, congrats to those of you who are patient on this. This play worked out. Go back to my video, not the one from yesterday, the one before that. I prepared you guys very, very well for this trade, and patience was truly rewarded. Like I explained to you guys in the video from 2 days ago, you have your key support right here with huge upside potential sitting at 590s, right? Well, it cracked through, had a massive gap down, went all the way down to your 480s, shot back up, and then it filled this gap. The gap to fill was at $4.88. Once it filled this gap, it reacted as a resistance level for multiple days, guys. Opportunity to play the gap close reversal, buy the puts towards the highs. These puts were sitting at 9 to 11 cents. They went to 30 cents today, over 200% plus. I mean, the puts absolutely printed, crazy returns. These were crazy plays as well. The puts were up over 350%. Some of them were up over 350% today. With that being said, this was a great play, a gap close reversal. It filled the gap. It turned that previous support into key resistance. You can see the triple top right here. And today's the day where it really got slaughtered and came back down to fill this gap below. You got a gap to fill below right here at 520. So I want to see how it reacts towards 520. And then there's going to be an opportunity where we can replay the puts. At some point, this stock should go back to 587. And you guys know the drill. When this pushes back to 587 and we see that react as a resistance level, we're going to grab the 5.550 out of money puts, ride this back down to 530 a share. So I'm waiting for that one. And then Amazon. So the top plays in terms of buying, keep these numbers in mind, guys. I'm going to go over them one more time at the end. These are all going to be gap close reversals on like the best stocks you could be buying. And these are all going to be like swing trading ideas. You can also day trade them, but the real money is going to be in swing trading these. Amazon. This was my most profitable trade last year. Go back, watch my previous videos, you'll find it. I had an Amazon call when it hit $3,200, literally towards the bottom, rode it for like 4 days, I think, and I made like a 300% return. Go back and find the video, you'll see what it is I'm talking about. So in terms of Amazon, there's a gap to fill at $3,200. Once this fills the gap, and over time, it's going to fill this gap. You're going to want to buy Amazon, wait for the bullish confirmation to come in, look for the bullish candlesticks on the daily, look for the consolidation, look for the key trend reversal candlesticks, the bounce, right? Once you see that confirmation on Amazon at $3,200, it's going to have that gap close reversal, and this is going to explode up, guys. So that is going to be a top play. $3,200 dip buy, gap close reversal, ride this back up to a bare minimum of $33.51 to fill this gap right here. That is a top play for Amazon. That is expected to be one of my most profitable trades of the year. And that's something where I'm going to size heavy on, because when a strong stock like Amazon or Tesla is trading at its best key level, that's something where I size heavy on, and I do use less of a confirmation. You guys remember that insane call on Tesla last year with the $900 where we predicted the literally exact bottom. Well, I just did the same thing on the inverse using the same strategy. I told you guys $1,200 and I picked up the puts. Like, that was such a phenomenal play. It works both ways, guys, the lowest and the highest gaps to fill. So the plays that are setting up in terms of the true plays, we just got to wait. Amazon call options, swing trade once it gets to $3,200. NVAX call options, swing trade once it gets to $102 to fill this gap right down here. Tesla call options, once this gets back to $940. Within time, that's where they're gonna go. You just gotta be patient. And I'm telling you, once they get to that level, SPY, best level right here. $455 call options. Those are like the top buy and holds. That's where I'm scooping up calls heavily and swing trading those. So those are like my top plays, right? So I hope this video gives you a better perspective on price action analysis. With that being said, guys, as always, I'll be trading live with you tomorrow at Market Open via live trading webinar within Trader Society. Also, for those of you within Trader Society, guys, reach out to me via direct message if you have any questions, so you can ask me questions live on the spot during the live trading webinar. And then from there, the only way to contact me when the live trading webinar is open, when the live trading webinar is done, is in the chat room. So reach out to me in the chat room. You could send me a private message, or you can contact me like in the public chat. That's the only way you can reach me, right? And then please make sure you guys are studying the video lessons. Take advantage of the video lessons within the video lesson library, guys. Utilize everything that this program has to offer, and you will get results, guys. Continue to study, continue to work hard. With that being said, if you are interested in learning more about what Trader Society has to offer, and if you want to see if this is the right program for you, all the information is explained in the first link down below in the description. So simply read everything. If it sounds good, fill out the information, and we will see you in the program tomorrow live at Market Open to trade with us. So guys, that's my thoughts. That's my analysis. That's my potential upcoming plays. As you know, I don't like trading in the middle. I trade the best setups at the best prices, and that's simply what is that I'm waiting for. Like we did with the SPY, I prepared you guys for the best exact setup and potential prices to get the puts on SPY, right? So I explained to you where I'm interested in buying, where I'm interested in getting puts, etc. So I will continue to keep you updated, and I'll see you guys in the live trading webinar tomorrow.